A tiny school in one of the most impoverished countries on earth, Bangladesh. The school is one of around 150, run by British charity Muslim Aid, in villages where children would otherwise be unlikely to get schooling. It's helping to plug the gaping holes in Bangladesh's education system, but even so, it's not enough.
In the one village, you find the 500 children is able to go to the school, but you will find only one primary school where accommodation is 100 or 200. So still, 300 is left over.
In an underdeveloped country like Bangladesh, with a vast population of 160 million, the struggle to educate children is desperate. Even free schooling is no guarantee that people can afford to let their children go.
To run a family when you have got two people working is very hard. I pulled my elder daughter out of school because I need her to help run the household.
Girls are especially likely to miss out. Bangladesh is making progress though, thanks to initiatives like those of the World Bank, which effectively pay parents to send and keep their daughters in school.
If you look at a woman who's 50 years old today in Bangladesh, she has less than a 20% chance of having completed primary school. If you look at a 15-year-old girl today in Bangladesh, there's almost a 90% chance that she's completed primary school.
Even so, less than half of girls make it to secondary school. The Islamic Development Bank helps the government to fund and run this school for girls a couple of hours outside Dhaka.
We went to the homes of poor people, those who were able to eat only if they worked, who had never thought of educating their children, and explained to them that if the children study, their future will be bright, and their children could become engineers or doctors.
Aid agencies have come up with a system to help parents like Shaira avoid to have to make the painful decision between schooling their children and having them work to help support their families. They run schools offering flexible hours, allowing children to help their families earn money as well as get an education. A curriculum enlivened with storytelling, singing and dancing helps entice pupils in and prevent them from dropping out.
We took it as a kind of strategy and motivate the parents as well. We are arranging parents meeting. We will go home to visit and motivating the parents to send the school in the children in the school.
But there are gaps at the higher levels too. In an effort to improve the standard of much-needed technical education, Muslim countries have set up and now fund the Islamic University of Technology in Dhaka. It has about 1,000 students, 70% from Bangladesh, but also from 25 other countries. The competition for places underlines a shortage of this kind of education in Bangladesh.
Every year we are getting at least 10 times more applications than the number of students that we can take. And also the applicants are among the best students of this country. Similarly, students coming from other countries, we get a lot of applications from them and we can take very few of them.
Tajul Talukdar is a Bangladeshi research scientist and living proof of the power of education. He's looking for natural methods for curbing a disease called rice blast, which devastates rice crops around the world. With a first-class education, he now works in Malaysia, where a higher salary allows him to live a better life and support his family back home.
We are living in the rural areas actually. Then there are some students studying in the primary school and that do not have the good dresses or they not shoes. Sometimes we buy for them, and some students they cannot afford for the examination fee, and this is very, very high.
Bangladesh now earns close to $10 billion a year from remittances like this. Tajul sends money home to his village 2 hours from Dhaka. His brother runs a medicine shop in a nearby bazaar.
I get the money from there, and I've got 7 students in the family to give it to. Some are in primary, some in high school, and one in university.
This cousin of Tajul's is doing a degree at a university in the northern city of Bogra.
Actually, আমি তাজুল সাহেবের মতো যদি কখনো যাই অবস্থায় তাহলে আমার প্রথম টার্গেট থাকবে মানে
I want to get a good position like cousin Tajul. My aim is to help educate people in my village. I want to help the country, my mum, my dad, and my sister, and I want to educate them, God willing.
আমার একটা চিলড্রেন আছে মানে সিস্টার আছে তাকে মানে হায়ার এডুকেটেড করতে যা করা লাগে আর কি তা করব।
Even a basic education can immediately help lift people out of poverty. At a higher level, it can create something more. A virtuous cycle where educated people provide wealth, inspiration, and real momentum for change, raising the living standards of families and, in time, entire countries.